Welcome to the Stanford Lee Show, the place for song, story, musicology, and more. This week, our New Year's special, and let's introduce everyone. Michale Graves, Adam Zoom, and Arturo. Did I say Arturo?
Yes, and you should keep it.
So we were talking about New Year's stories, stuff on the road, stuff along the holidays that have happened, and you must have some pretty good stuff, Arturo.
We got some pretty fun stuff too. I mean, if you want to know like the fun and the shenanigans that go on with the band and stuff like that. For example, New Year's Eve in Spain, I remember. I don't know if you guys knew. I mean, if you know Michale Graves, he's not much of a party animal. He usually gets out of stage and takes a shower, maybe eats something, goes to bed on the bus. You know, so he's usually like the guy who keeps control of everything. But normally, you know, when we're in different countries, we want to experiment, have fun and stuff. So we'd go out and hang out, you know, the guitarist and the bass player, and I'd go hang out I say that, you know, to watch out for them and take care of them, but I'm just partying with them as well. One particular night, how it goes is they usually drop a pin where the bus is, and it's your responsibility to make it to the bus. Bus call is at 6 a.m. I don't care what the you do. This is what Michale tells us. Just be here at 6 o'clock by the time the bus makes it, or you're staying. And, well, you know, we're pretty good at that. But this particular night, we drank a little bit too much. You ever drank a little too much that you think you're doing everything right, but you're not?
Occasionally.
Absolutely. So I'm partying with the guitarist, and we're having a great time, man. Meeting people. We're in Spain. We're drinking. The bus is about 15 miles away. I don't know what the is going on. All I know, it's going to be 6 in the morning. We got to make it there. We grab an Uber, head to the bus. Find the bus. Well, all right, here's the bus. And I'm okay. I'm not drunk, right? The bus driver had parked the bus too close to bushes with thorns on them. And I end up falling in these bushes, getting pricked all over the place. And I'm screaming at the bus driver, "You friggin' hate you. I'm going to go and kick you in the head." Michael's probably inside the bus laughing. I'm just screaming at this guy.
I heard it all.
You heard it all? So then I get into the bus, but you know, it's a tight bus, going to the bathroom in the bus. And in my genius of drunkenness and that New Year's, I'm like, the door's open. I'm just going to pee right behind the door in the fender. That way, nobody sees me.
See, I know that you were drunk because after I heard him fall in the bushes and start to yell, and so I got up and I opened the door. And you got up out of the bushes, and then before you got on the bus, you said that you had to pee. I gotta pee really bad. So I said, all right, we'll just pee in the bush. So
yeah, in my genius, I'm like,
in the bush.
I'm not gonna pee in the bush because people walk on the sidewalk, they're gonna see me. So I'm gonna use the door and the bus. Makes a little cubby, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm peeing there, but apparently I'm such a good aim, the pee goes right through the crack inside the bus. And all I hear is Michael, "Hey, stop it! Redirect! Hey, redirect!" What's going on?
So also because he was like drunk, so he was, how it got to be that way was because he was like doing like this. Like,
But you're like a sniper. You're like getting it through that little
straight
crevice.
in there, man. And you know, it had steps, so luckily it was in the steps, but
Mama Graves took care of everything. I had a gallon of water.
yeah. So I remember in the morning we wake up, right? It's me, the guitarist wake up, we're like, cool. Michael gets out of the bunk like, "What's up, guys? How you doing? Good morning." I'm like, "Hey, good morning, man." He goes, "You don't remember what happened last night, do you?" I'm like, "Not at all." He goes to the guitarist, "Do you remember what happened last night?" I was like, "Nope." He says, "Let me tell you." You know, with his pleasure and joy, he's telling us how much we destroyed the whole place, peed inside the bus, and Michael's like, "It was so funny, man. I was so pissed, but it was so funny. I grabbed the bucket of water, like, move away, guys, I'm flushing." And he's just flushing all the piss out the. Needless to say,
it's like having monkeys for friends. And when they come home, it's just
like, it's a circus.
There's monkey business all over the place, and they don't remember it in the morning.
Fantastic story. I'll never forget it, though.
There's no way I'm topping that story, so.
You're not topping the story?
The pee story, yeah.
I've been adopted by aliens before, but that one, too good.
Yeah.
Real?
You want to get into that?
On New Year's Eve, you got abducted by aliens?
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, are we talking about aliens from space?
Yeah,
No, they really want to study. Like, what the? Grab
Put this guy back.
You got to qualify.
So I got home to the backside and got to the house, fall asleep.
This story.
I'm telling the story.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were around.
I didn't know what happened, but I think that was what happened. So I get to the car, get out to the house, go to pee, lay down.
Of course, there we go. We gotta be being
Yeah.
And I said, wait a minute, what was just happened? So I got this memory of getting out the car and seeing some weird person in the bushes. Look right into his face, looking at me, was looking at me. I was like, and then I'm in the bed. I was like, wake up. I was like, did that just happen? I don't know. So I get out, and the car is not there. It's somewhere else. I'm not drunk. I'm not drugged or anything. And I kept thinking about that moment in particular. So anyway, I woke up my friend, and I tell her all about it. And I thought my experience, like 2 hours has passed. Nope,
you had some
5
lost
minutes.
time.
Just 5 minutes. Yeah.
Oh, the time lapse. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was going to the bathroom a couple of times, thinking about what happened, going back outside, like, did this really happen? And then it's like, wake up my friend, I tell her about it, and he's like, you just got here, bro.
Did you get probed or anything? Do you know?
What?
That's what the aliens do.
Well, I don't know. I may have.
No, this is actually consistent with all of these stories, because
This time just like, I got lost in time, and I
Yeah,
got
you lost time.
I got like 3 memories of that, layers of memory. I don't know. It's weird. The thing that made it weirder was him saying, "You just got here, bro." I'm sure I spent a lot of time thinking about it, waking up, getting some water and peeing, and well, for me it was like 2 hours. For him it was like 5 minutes. You just got here, bro. So, yeah, I'm
that's
special.
weird. It's just like a gap of time just disappeared, right?
Yeah. But also could have been like my relationship with memory or time lapse. I don't know what happened. Something did happen. I wasn't, weird. I guess I'm special.
That's great.
Yeah.
When we talk about New Year's, and New Year's makes me think about when I was 18. Maybe it was the year or so before I met the Misfits, and I remember it being New Year's Eve, and I was in a band called Valmont. I was playing bass for them. It was like a gothic kind of band. I remember it was New Year's Eve was coming up, and I'd just gotten out of, it was like the last year in high school. I just remember this particular New Year's Eve. We went to this girl's house that I'd met through the singer of the band, and I remember feeling like everything was gonna change. You kind of get that feeling of New Year's anyway, where it's like, all right, I get a chance to, that
anticipation.
renewal.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, I get this whole renewal thing.
That's what we all want.
Yeah, and I just remember everything feeling so awesome. I just felt so free. I had this cool band and all these cool people. I was going to this party with this girl that I liked, and perhaps maybe she liked me. It seemed like anything was possible. I would describe it like that. I felt, and I think that that's the only time in my life that I pin to feeling that free, like anything is possible. It was a New Year's Eve.
And man, that's something to hold on to, that feeling. That's sustaining,
Yeah, it was such
when it's wide open.
It was such a hopeful feeling. Like there's just nothing but awesomeness.
Yeah, and you were doing a lot, obviously, even if you didn't know it at the time. I mean, for things to fall into place as they did.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I was always just waiting for that opportunity, just waiting for an opportunity, just waiting for the guy, like being that understudy. You're just waiting for that opportunity to get put on the field, get that opportunity to shine.
Yeah, we definitely got your chance, and but yeah, I liked I like to hold on to memories like that, and it seems like there's not enough of them because they're really special when you're young, and
Right, sure.
and I don't know. It's not that they become tarnished, but how many times does that happen? It's like we kind of try to look around corners as adults and anticipate, whereas when we're younger, we haven't built as many of those maybe experiences, and they always feel like firsts, or they always feel, I guess, like
Yeah.
something special.
And in that gap, and I want to say it's like naivete. Ignorance is bliss. When you are that age, 17, 18, 19, is, we're not jaded yet. The world hasn't totally jaded, well, at least the world hadn't really worn on me yet. So yeah, when you obviously become an adult and you look at the world differently, totally different season in our life, especially you have kids and you're approaching, for myself, approaching 50 years old. Not that, anything's not possible, but, well, then again,
Well, it's great. It's great not to be, It's great to look ahead and have things to look forward to and not be jaded. I think
I'm a little jaded, I gotta be honest.
He's really jaded now.
I've lived a lot
More
of
than
life,
a little
man.
bit.
I've lived a lot of
Yeah.
life. Yeah.
How about you, Stanford? You gonna tell us about your
Yeah.
New Year's extravaganza experience?
yeah. For me, it was
curmudgeon for talk.
My story kind of goes around some younger times where it had more to do with being oblivious. Like I didn't know what I was doing, and it's like that cartoon with the old man, except let's say I was really young, but it's just kind of like that old man, Mr. Magoo. He just kind of goes around and he just ends up places, and he's walking off buildings, he's driving a car, and he can see it's.
Love Mr. Magoo.
I feel like at that time I just kind of went through life like that, socially. I'm just kind of walking into a party. So this was New Year's, and we went to go see this great show. I mean, it had Parliament Funkadelic. I think at the time it was an up-and-coming band, Smash Mouth, before Shrek. It was like it was cool. And I don't know. We were really enjoying the show, my wife and I, and we still chuckle about this. I had this magic ability to just walk into places because I didn't know what was going on. I was in my own little world and thoughts. So I just kind of like put some fancy hat on and a scarf, and I'll walk into the VIP room. I was like, man, I've never had any snacks like this before. Like caviar and cheese platters. I mean, like, top tier kind of stuff, with a special brie and, the expensive crackers and wine and all that. I mean, it was just like, it was almost like a Russian party where everything is just decadent and, over the top. But, I'm like walking down the hallway, and it's like, why is the dude from Smash Mouth looking at me? He was, I think he was a guitarist or whatever, and nobody questions me. I mean, you can imagine security now. Nobody, really gave a flip. They just thought I was one of the entertainment or whatever. And I'm next to George Clinton, and I didn't even know it at the time. I'm like, man, the guy's got some, really, cool dreads or, whatever. And we had this fun experience, and it was all because I was oblivious. See, if I saw the rules like I would now, I would have just like not going in there. I've been like, oh, somebody's going to grab me by the arm, or something's going to happen, and I shouldn't do this. And I just kind of gave myself a free pass because I never thought about things like that.
Like, oh man, I'm going to get caught. You will that to happen.
Yeah, but I didn't think anything bad was going to happen. Like, I had no anticipation of, just like, oh, I'm here, and oh, thanks for the, the wine and cheese and caviar. And I in a way, I wish I could be more like that, because I kind of anticipate and think now, like, did I screw this up, or is somebody going to throw me out? But anyway,
now you have responsibilities.
I think we're going to share some more as we head into the new year. But I hope you enjoyed that. And again, special thanks to Arturo, the road manager, and we loved your alien story, Adam Zoom. Thank you. And Michale Graves, what a pleasure. All right, New Year's, everyone.
Right.
Let's make it strong. So we'll see you next time on the Stanford Lee Show.